maybe the first thing I would say is there are a lot of problems, whatever you want to call them, black swans, um, wicked problems, dragons, whatsoever. Peter, who mentioned a lot of these, what I would call uh, big problems which will not fade away, which have a complex character. And the question is, here is whether complexity science can and will contribute to solving this and attacking this kind of problems here in Singapore. And then we got these lectures. Some of them were examples how complexity science might work. They came up with results. And one of them, I think, was very interesting. It proved in a way that by this kind of research, that was the example of Steve Lansing, you can see things which you never will see when you are not taking the approach of complexity. And that somehow in the middle of the lectures, we got a picture that you have 3 frames by which we could have a look at the problems which we are facing now. One is ideologies. No, that's not a good word, but something like that. Frames. The market fundamentalism. And a third, the first one, what was the first? Cooper was the one who came up with these.
3 frames.
Sorry? There was a big one. You had that market fundamentalism. What was the first one?
Market fundamentalism, government control.
Yeah, that was the one. Government control. He said these are the big perspectives by which we are attacking problems now. And then he came up and he said, when you look at complexity theory and so on, consider it first and for all as a competing or as a complementary one to these two. And you will see it will bring you quite a lot of heuristics. And when you add that to the other two, something like that. That was his message. And well, I was thinking, well, that's a good one. And so making this kind of comparison of frames. Because the problem what we are dealing with today is how do we get building blocks for a complexity science program here in Singapore. That's the question we've got to deal with today. And maybe maybe I'm going to ask you, when they give me the time to wrap up, that's called, to talk with you about and make a kind of a brainstorm, what you think, hearing the discussions, participating in the discussions of today and yesterday, what comes up as building blocks for a complexity science program here in Singapore. So that's my idea of doing that, getting out of you just ideas, and then let Peter Hu in the forum discuss these things and come up with the fine-tuning of it, and so on and so on. Something like that. Is that okay with you?